We all know that we shouldn't care about what people think, but knowing this often doesn't stop the sting when we think that people are judging us. So here are 3 ways to help us not feel so affected by people's judgments. Number 1. Don't see it as judgment. We human beings are always thinking something. So when we meet someone, we will have a thought. Similarly, when people meet us, they'll think something. When they see our work, they'll think something. When they see anything we post online, they'll think something. Sometimes their thoughts of us are flattering, and sometimes their thoughts of us are unflattering. So logically, instead of us seeing their thoughts as judgments, we can simply acknowledge and embrace the fact that people are just thinking their own thoughts. Number 2. Understand why people judge. People's thoughts will always revolve around their own worldview, their own beliefs, their own values, their needs, their fears, and the list goes on. Sometimes people will find us very dissimilar to themselves, and they'll disagree with how we're living life, which means they have an unflattering opinion of us. Now, sometimes people will disagree and disapprove based on their own triggers, and that manifests into a judgment. Now, when we look at ourselves and why we are triggered to judge someone, it is exactly the same. Number 3, disassociate your work from who you are. When it comes to our work, we know that all the criticisms and judgments are not personal, yet often it feels so personal. And the reason it feels personal is because work is such an important part of our pride and our identity. And this is why we need to remind ourselves that our work is only a part of who we are as a person. If someone rejects your work, they're not rejecting you. Similarly, if someone praises your work, they're not saying that you're an incredible human being. Don't automatically equate what people say about your work to what it must mean for you as a person. We need to learn to disassociate our worth as a person from all the successes and rejections we get. What people think about us only affects us so much because deep down inside, we have a need to prove to ourselves how worthy we are. So the more accepting we can be of ourselves, the less affected we'll be by people's judgments. So be happy with yourself always.